You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, man. Salute everybody tapping on there. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in the building. I salute all of y'all that's going to be in here, man. I had to come up and talk about this tonight, man, because this is absolutely just devastating that Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, would conduct himself in such a low character. I mean, such a low character way. He is a despicable individual. As Robert Mueller, who's a former FBI director from 2001 to 2013, and special counsel who led that 2017 through 2019 investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election and possible Trump campaign links. He passed away, you know, just the other day in Charlottesville, Virginia. Now, his family announced the news the next day, stating with deep sadness, "We are sharing the news that he passed away and are requesting privacy." No official cause of death was immediately disclosed, though reports noted he had long suffered from progressive neurological disorder. You know what I'm saying? Basically Parkinson's disease. So Donald Trump, who's supposed to be a leader, but we know he ain't, the current president of the United States of America, he goes on Truth Social account within minutes of the announcement. You know what I'm saying? With a post saying that Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. Signed, President Donald J. Trump. What a scumbag. What a scumbag, man. And the comment referenced Donald Trump's long-standing view of Robert Mueller's Russia probe as a politically motivated witch hunt and a hoax that targeted him and his associates unjustly. And Trump repeatedly attacked Mueller during and after the investigation, which produced indictments of Russians and Trump's associates, but no charges against Trump himself on conspiracy, while noting it did not exonerate him on obstruction. This dude, Donald Trump, is the lowest of the low. Now, those remarks he made triggered immediately and widespread bipartisan backlash with critics across political lines, right? The media, former law enforcement colleagues, veterans, and public condemning it as insensitive, indecent, vile, grotesque, and beneath the dignity of the presidency, especially towards a decorated Vietnam veteran and lifelong public servant who led the FBI after 9/11, especially when we got a guy like Donald J. Trump, who's ducked serving and has done nothing but sit up there and run his mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And got the United States in the wars he said he wasn't going to get him into. Meanwhile, he's down there somewhere at a golf resort, you know, waving at people and stuff like that. We got the country at war. This dude's insane, just disgusting, absolutely just scumbag. But it's just the comments reference Donald Trump's long-standing view of him, right? Of Mueller and his Russia probe as a politically, what Donald Trump says, witch hunt and hoax that targeted him and his associates unjustly. Now, Trump had repeatedly attacked Mueller during and after the investigation, which produced indictments of Russians and Trump associates. But again, he had no, you know what I'm saying, charges against himself. Now, everybody's criticizing this bum. You have leaders, Senator Adam Schiff. He wrote online every day, "This president shows his basic indecency and unfitness for office." Chuck Schumer came out and said the cruelty is the point, while urging respect for Mueller, a U.S. Marine and lifelong public servant, and calling the comment a distraction tactic. And also, remember, this bum said the same thing about John McCain, a guy who served. Remember those comments he made on John McCain? Well, he said, "I like guys who didn't get captured." When John McCain was talking about, they're talking about how he was a war prisoner. Donald Trump is a clown, bro. This dude, man, I swear, bro, he's the worst type of individual that you could ever be, man. So Don Bacon told Politico the comments were clearly wrong and unchristian behavior. Everything Donald Trump does is wrong and unchristian behavior, sir, but I guess y'all not gonna call that out either. Former colleagues in law enforcement, Paul Bresson, former FBI unit chief who served under Mueller for 12 years, called the words devastating and praised Mueller's integrity, professionalism, and humility. Now, also, outlets across the spectrum described it as Trump reaching a new low, as CNN labels it insensitive comments about the dead that hit a new level and stoops to a new low. The Washington Post called it continuing to target Robert Mueller after his death. The Guardian, Tim Trump, a vile, disgusting man and a sick human being for gloating. The New York Times, USA Today, The Atlantic, Raw Story, and others highlighted the tone-deaf, bitter, grotesque, and disgusting nature of celebrating any death this way. And on social media, outrage is going crazy on Donald Trump on X and all these other platforms, with prominent voices calling him disgusting and despicable, with users noting hypocrisy, comparing to the Republican outrage over celebrations of conservative, people who lost their lives, like you know who, right? The guy's scum, man. There's no other way around it. He's a scumbag, man. Scumbag, bro. And y'all see what it is. They're saying that he's disgusting and a disgrace to America and all these other things. They're talking about Donald Trump on the internet and basically just, going in on this dude, man. He's a clown, bro. And to have this dude as the president of the United States of America is a dishonor and disgrace, man. And I'm telling you something, man. This dude has no morals and no ethics, man. I'm telling you, this dude, he is the worst of the absolute worst. And the people who support him, they're even worse than him. They all scum. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This dude is a horrible individual. This is one of the worst individuals known to mankind, Donald J. Trump. I promise you that. You're not going to find a worse individual than him. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.